Hi there. So it looked like there was quite a bit of interest in the video about roof hopping in Paradise Lost. So I'm going to continue refining. This video is about refining your routes. So maybe you've found sort of approximately a routes that you like for each map, but you're still getting, and this is the problem that I'm having a little bit, although I'm getting over that. Maybe you're getting hit once or twice on the way. Maybe you've gotten your success rate up to 50%, but you're having trouble getting it above that. So here's some things. I just want to go over sort of my process for how to get that success rate closer to 100%. So yeah, so let's try. And if you haven't watched the fundamentals video, you might want to do that first, because I'm not going to cover a lot of that in this video. In this one, I'm going to assume that you've watched that video already and go from there. Okay, so for me, and this is not what I would recommend for you, but I always go on the left side of the buildings, and the reason is really simple. Wherever I go, I know I'm headed toward the left side. That might not even be the best route for you. So you've got to find routes that work for you. But for me, like for you, it might be I'm going to go right through the middle, or I'm going to go on the right side. So for me, it's just random. I'm just taking, I'm just going to the left side, and it's worked for me. So you'll notice that every single route is going down the left. And again, I can't vouch for, that's the best, but that's something that I just do automatically. No matter where I am, I go to the left side. Okay. Now, if you've done this enough, when you go down the left, and the thing is, I don't really know. A lot of times the buildings all look very similar to me. So until I get here, sometimes I don't really know what's on the back side of the buildings. So that's why I go to the left. And in here, I know I have to go here. And then when I get to this point, now there are 3 cupids waiting for me. I know I have to go here. Now, over on this side, there's only this platform, so I have nowhere to go. I have to go on this platform, all right? And then when I turn around, I see that there are some triangles which I like, okay? And I know this route just because I've taken it before. Notice I try and keep changing directions, okay? And then when I can, I try and go to the high ground as quickly as I can. And I also have this, like I said, like I pointed out in the previous video, this triangle above the window is a nice wide space for you to target. Okay, now once I'm here, if I can hit that middle part, and so here's a little bit about. So for me, safety is important because I want to keep all my lives, right? So, I always try to go for places where, like here, I'm behind the column and I can see some banshees, but there are no cupids, and that's because all the cupids are behind me. So this gives me an opportunity to miss a few shots in there. See, I missed one, missed another one, missed another one. See, so it gives you time to, and that's why you see me like sort of, I'm resetting. Say I came in from over there, but I reset to here so that, because it's a safer space. And now I just have this one, I just have the one jump to the first platform and I'm good to go. Okay, so we have all our lives. Now, again, left side, because that's just what I do. And then when I come back here, okay, I can see there's a place to go. And then I know just from previous routes that I want to get up here, okay, and not there because that goes inside. I try to avoid the inside if I can. And then I try and shoot for the very top, and that will end up in this blue circle. And so that's just, I always try and look for a place to aim, even if that arrow doesn't end up there. And you want to prefer more. Oops. Well, yeah, I missed it. See, I want more jumps, even if I can make it in one jump. Try and do. This is. I have to hit this. Yep. So you want to go. You want smaller jumps and changing direction. Even if you can hit a far target in one jump, I prefer to do multiple little jumps in case something's targeting me, and occasionally I'll get hit. So we did get hit, right? And I didn't do it this time, but a lot of times, because where we got hit, I knew that, first of all, I was talking, but it's also a place that I get hit a lot. And here's Gabriel. I also get hit there a lot because it's very dense, and I try to avoid those areas. So it's possible that we might want to find an alternate route through there. I just haven't, and I didn't move fast enough. Also, occasionally, because the Cupid's arrows spread out, they're not always targeted towards you. One will hit you at random. So that's my excuse anyway. So, but if we get hit with an arrow, what I try to do is stop where I am and go back. There, I knew that the reason for it, and when we get to that location again, maybe we might want to look around and see if there's a better way through that area. Let's see. Why do I not know where to go here? Am I in the wrong? No. All right. We'll just. All right. Let's try doing this. This is not my normal route through here, but okay. And then here, what do we do? Let's do some shorter routes. Yep. And then let's see. We'll take this platform, go up top to the roof, and then we can't go up there. So let's go up here. Whoops. Get out of here, please. And we're gonna try and hit that platform. Got hit. Okay, so let's figure out why we got hit. Well, we got hit because we have a bunch of things shooting at us. So, I don't know. You might want to take care of them if you can. And then now we have more things shooting at us. And again, you know, it's up to you. That's a lot of arrows right there. Right? So, you know, you can decide whether or not to make a stand. This is really not, well, this is ridiculous because it's a video about jumping roofs, not about fighting. So yeah, so that was really bad. And once you get here, you can just go. So that, I would say that route does not work. Jeez. I'm not able to get, okay. And, you know, and you're down 4, you might want to look for a different route. And, or you could just say, you know what, whenever I see it, that's one of the things that don't work. But ideally you want to get, you know, you want to have a nice route through everything. So, I don't know. It's up to you, of course. Okay, and this one is also a tough one. You have to kind of reach all the way over to the bridge and then get to the other bridge. And that was lucky. My success rate for that is not that high. And if you want, get down to the bottom. This doesn't, yeah, it doesn't protect you that much. So that was not a great run. So we still have problems, right? So maybe next time we get to that map, we can stop the action or go back. It doesn't matter if you die, you know, there's always a next run. We're not, it's sort of, once you get hit, It's sort of low stakes. You could just stand there and die if you want, but better to, you know, take the time and use the information. So this one, let's see, I think we've had success here. There are certain maps that, you know, and this used to give me trouble, but here, what I used to do was I used to try and go for the ledge all in one. But you can use this as a middle ground. And so I do it in 2 hops, and then I do just this in 2 hops, and that makes it easier. Okay, now here you have to actually turn around and see that that's your next spot. Okay, and then this big triangle here, let's do this again. This big triangular area on top of the roofs is a nice big target, so you can do that. And again, here's a nice triangular area here for a target. There's a triangular area there for a target. And once you get up here, I feel much safer when I'm here. There are cupids over there, but it takes them a while to notice you. And then you can do this. And you know what? So in the past, and oh, one's teleported over, so you want to, in the past, let's see, let's go, yeah, let's do all that. Do that in one big jump, and then what that gets you is now you can try and get to this far roof, and you've got a few tries, and then once you get here, you're home free. Okay, so we're still good. We've got all our health, so that was successful. And remember, just go to the left, and this is probably not the best route. In fact, let's see if we can go back. It's possible that we are not able to go back. No, let's just do this. So go to the left. This is the one I have trouble with. So you might want to do this in 2 hops instead of 1. So you do this, and then try to get to the roof up here, and then do this roof here, up here. Okay, short hops if you can. Then that gets you up to the roof here. And let's see where we go here. And we have to take some action. So over here, nope. So they've already shot the fireball, so you don't have a lot of time. Okay, so we're at the bottom here. This isn't too bad. Yeah, this is a map that I have trouble with. Let's see. So I have to figure this out. Let's go here and get to the top here. Perfect. Okay, and then once you're here, get to the end, and incredibly enough, even though it was very messy, we made it with full health. So you kind of don't want to do that. You don't want to be improvising on the fly. You want to get it. So for a lot of these maps, the routes for me, and how much time have I been putting into this? I'd say probably an hour and a half, just running this over and over. On some maps, it's pretty automatic. On others, like that one, I still have to improvise. I'm still looking for routes. So, you know, if you go to a place and it doesn't work for you, just go back. You know, if you get hit, you get hit. The more important thing is to use your time wisely and to get something that you can reproduce over and over. Okay. So if you're looking at a far shot at this tiny target, that's probably a clue that that's not a good route. You want short hops, because the thing is, if that's the case, you have one chance to make that long shot. And if you miss it, you're going to get hit. And the reason why it's important to get through with all of your health is we want to use this for running mastery, or in later levels. It'll be very important not to get hit. If you just want to move through, you know, kind of fly over the level and get to the boss directly, as you get higher and higher, the penalty for getting hit goes up, right? So you want to, at this point, get routes that you that are dependable for you. Now here's the map that we had trouble with last time. So let's see if we learned anything, right? So we can do this intermediate one, then we get to the bridge, okay? And then and here's, look, and then let's get over to the, yep, and that's a decent hop. Okay, and then let's go over and let's see. Yeah. We can, let's see. We can go over here to get, this is not great. So, we want to get to this section here and we got hit, so wasn't great. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Let's go back to this part where we were, okay? And let's figure out a way through this. So we started up here. We started in the back. And now that, you know, we have we've aggroed some cupids, they'll probably start showing up. So I'm waiting. All right, here, let's get rid of this one. All right, so we're here. Let's see if we can, yeah, maybe we can get to the rooftop here. And then, oh yeah, here, and then hide from this. And then if we can hit this triangle, here we go. We're kind of, these tend to be relatively safer. In fact, if you want to stay away from the traffic, you can go in the back. But here, let's go in the front here. And then see if we can hit this roof. There we go. Okay, and then we're still not in great shape. So we want to try and hit the roof over here. Nope, that one is you want to aim for, so okay, let's do this. Do you want to, let's talk about aim. Let's get rid of this one. You want to aim for a little bit, obviously, a little bit higher than, this is a pain, or a little bit higher than the ledge. So like sort of aim for the roof and it'll come down to the ledge and then you'll end up on the ledge. And that's just a little mental trick. It doesn't, you know, for me, just to see where, it just helps me aim. So over here, the triangles are easy to aim for. And I'm just moving around to avoid like these shots because I'm talking. All right, so we did get hit once on that one. All right, and I think that what we came up with was a slightly better route, so it might have been worth our time just stopping and looking, but that's the process that you're gonna have to go through. And here, let's see, I'm just going up on the roofs. Here, try to hit this triangle. Yep, made it. And okay, and here let me show you something. Here, let's go on the furthest side here. That triangle that's not part of anything, I find that to be a reliable sort of jumping point up to the tower up there. And once you get to that tower, then you're good to go, okay? So whenever on any map, whenever I see that triangle, wherever I am, if I can find that triangle and then get to the top, then I know that I've made it, okay? So that is a landmark for me, that kind of triangle by itself. And it is on one of the harder maps, so I tend to use that. I haven't gotten a reliable route through that section yet, so whenever I see that, I know that that's where I want to get to. So you can also do that where you have an endpoint, you know where the endpoints are. You might want to look around here. Let's do it on this run. You might want to look around to see where are the places that can get you to the endpoint. so that when you're looking for routes, you can say, all right, I want to get to that tower. I don't care how I do it. I just have to get to that tower. And then when I do, I know I'm safe. Okay, so this one, again, we're going to have to navigate through a bunch of different things. Okay, now, let's see. And then get to this triangle. Okay, and there's that triangle that we want, right? This little rooftop by itself. Okay, so and then we just have to hit this, and once we do, we know we're home free. Okay, so we're at the first platform now, made it through the first section. Okay, and then, all right, and then this one, we know we want to go here. Sometimes there's really, it kind of, the routes kind of do themselves. Whoops, and that's not good. But you want to get up here. I got hit, I don't know why. Okay, and again, like I said, this is a route that a lot. Okay, hit the triangle up here. It's good. Get to the tower. Good. And then over here, and this is, a route that you've seen me do before. Okay, hit the big tower. Okay, and this sometimes takes me a few tries. Okay, I probably don't aim high enough. But because it's in a fairly safe area, I get a few tries. All right, now we did get hit. I don't know why. One was we missed that ledge and we ran into the knight, which was not good. So that was just that wasn't a routing error. That was more of an execution error. But even if you have an execution error, you want to question why that is. Was the target too far? Was it too hard to hit? For that one, it was, for me, a little bit hard to hit. So, but I don't know that I have a lot of choice because if you remember from the video, we had to go around back and that was the only thing that was available for us. So the question is whether you want to separate, like I said, I just go to the left side and it may not be the best option in all cases, but it's just easiest for me to remember when I approach a building. I know exactly where to go. I don't have to remember the configuration of the buildings. So except for here, we have these slanted platforms, so I know that I have to go up the slanted platforms. And yeah, that's a tough one to hit, but because it's in an area where there weren't a lot of hostiles. Okay, now I have to figure out this one. I do have problems with. So let's go here. I hit the arrow select to freeze everything. You want to look for intermediate steps, and you want to look for intermediate steps. Maybe we can get on top of this. Whoops. Get on top of this and try to make that. And because we're hidden away from, you saw that we were in a relatively safe space, that might be possible. So you go around the back and then try and hit that. The reason why I don't like that is because those little posts can be hard to hit. But if you hit it in the center, you can climb up to it. So maybe that's so that's an example of kind of, you're stuck. You'll have places, you'll have maps where you think, oh, not this again, and when you hit those points, you need to, because it doesn't matter if you get there without losing lives. I mean, I actually did, but you want to stop and kind of look around and see if there's a better route available. Because if you end up somewhere and you're thinking, oh, I hate this, then that's a sign that you need to find a better route. And it may be that, you know, you go somewhere and you're going to have to kill something, you know. I try to make it, that's more problematic because in the on higher levels, you're going to have the hostiles, as I call them, are going to be more numerous. So it's going to be, if you're relying on having to kill things, then that's harder. And that one, that triangle, that was a hard. That's something that took me a while to get, and that's kind of a risky. That's one of the risky moves, the risky places, because and there's an orphan that I'm ignoring. So yeah, I needed to finish that. That was a risky place because I needed to hit that. But again, you just kind of, maybe, you know, after a while, you say, well, that's such a good route, I'm just going to learn to hit it, and, you know, have that be, you know, and just be careful whenever you go there. Okay. So again, we made it all the way, which is great. I'm going to do one more, and yeah. So this is sort of the intermediate video. So after you've run through a few and you have places that you want to go, then you need to refine, because what I find was, you know, I was getting hit once a lot. And so the other thing about this is, you know, why would you want to do it, right? For me, I like this as a mini game in the game. I like it for itself. I get a lot of exercise because I'm always in motion. There's a lot of arm movement, so I'm burning more calories. So that in itself is good. I like solving these puzzles, and so these routing problems are good puzzles. But also, you know, if you want to go to higher levels without if you want to go straight to a boss fight, and sometimes you do, a lot of times you do, this is very useful, because you can go straight there and not have to go through the mobs, right? I find it is useful to have that in your toolbox. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for oh. Yeah, this is not good. All right, well, I got lucky. I didn't get hit there. And you might need an intermediate step there. But yeah, I just got lucky. Usually that is not recommended. All right, so we're gonna take the left side like I always do. And again, after a while though, you'll be able to hit these pretty consistent. So even some of the higher risk moves, arrows, you know, you may want to incorporate that as your aim gets better. So, you know, or just keep working on it. Like, you know, if it's a high tower that you have to hit, every time you go there, just push down the arrow select button, which will stop the motion. You can sort of see it slows it down a lot, right? Regular speed, slow, regular, slow, regular, slow. You can slow down the motion and then say, okay, well, I really have to hit that, right? And like over here, say this triangle, I really have to hit that no matter what. And, you know, see if you can get that, right? So, yeah. So it's up to you. You know, you've got this sort of risk-reward equation. I just like having, when possible, the largest targets possible. Even if I have to take a longer route, you might be different. So do the route that works for you. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful, useful for you, and I will see you on the leaderboards. Thank you.